Hi, I'm Jem Calder, writer of I Want You to Be Happy. It is a kind of romantic comedy, dramedy, will they, won't they, should they, shouldn't they, contemporary novel about a slightly older guy who hooks up with a slightly younger woman and they have kind of differing intentions for their relationships, and it's just about how things pan out for them over the course of a few months. Please pick it up. I think you'd really like it. I have three recommendations to give today. The first one is The Light Years by Elizabeth Jane Howard. This is the first in the Cazalet Chronicle saga of five novels by her, and I believe there's a sixth one being added, written by a family member of hers later this year. It's a great book, and I'm nearly done with this series of novels. I've been reading them over the summer, and I'll be really bummed out when they're over. She's very relaxed in her storytelling. There's a lot of like time for characters and relationships to develop. This book follows all of the members of the family, the three Cazalet brothers and their sister, and the following novels mostly focus on their eldest daughters. They're just a really, really great series of novels. Highly recommended. This book, Young Hearts Crying by Richard Yates, is an unusually hefty novel for Yates. He normally wrote much smaller novels. This is kind of set over quite a long period of time in the life of a couple who have... it sort of follows the beginning of their relationship to their divorce, raising their daughter, co-parenting. It's just a great novel. It's my second or third favorite of his, but it's one I go back to very frequently because there's just like an abundance of like scenes, character, dialogue. There isn't a bad Richard Yates book, but this is one that like really sticks out to me. I go back to it very often. Lastly, I've picked John le Carré's Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I was really not, I guess kind of the same with Elizabeth Jane Howard, actually. Like, I was a little bit put off by the reputation of this writer. I wasn't particularly interested in like spy novels. It kind of seemed like something my dad would read, and indeed has read multiple times. But John le Carré is just such a great writer, and he captures this kind of like depressive sense of the everyday and kind of like living in a version of London where like all the best things have already happened and everything feels quite empty and all the public institutions feel quite gutted in a way that feels very relevant to now. I really like this book. I also called the dog in my book the same name as the main character in this book, so that's sort of like direct lineage from John le Carré there. Thank you so much. Cheers.